Hi all, welcome back to my channel. My name's Olly, I'm a full-time blogger, YouTuber and I'm obsessed with sewing. This channel is where I share my passion for sewing through tutorials, how-to hints and some sewing tips. I look at and sew from vintage patterns and have an ever-increasing collection of vintage sewing machines. My videos cover the machines, these are mostly modern machines. I will look at the patterns and sometimes I'll throw in a little bit of history to boot. Today's video is the first in a new series for the new year on how to use electric sewing machines. Before we get started on that though, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, click the button below and ring the little bell to get a heads up from YouTube when I upload another one. Not only will this make sure you keep up with this series, but you'll also get notified about my other new series which is also coming shortly, and that one's going to be on sewing patterns. On top of that, there's still a series on vintage machines from 1912 to modern machines. We're currently in the 1950s with that one, sort of. I'll put a link in the description box to the last video in that series. Head over to watch it and you'll see what I mean by sort of. The next video in that series is going to be looking at my all-time favourite machine, an electric hand crank with decals from the 1940s. Yep, you heard that right, it's electric and it's still got a hand crank. So really now is a great time to subscribe. Back to today though, we'll be looking at these four different electric machines. We've got the Singer Simple, we've got the Brother LS2125, we've got obviously Jerome, and we've also got a Singer Merit from the 1980s. And to kick off the series on how to use electric sewing machines, we're starting with the foot pedal. Get it? Kick off? Foot pedal? Okay, let's look at it, a closer look at how to attach the foot pedal. As with most things, different manufacturers have different styles of the accessories that go with their machines. If we start with this 1980s snazzy little pink Singer here, it's a Singer Merit 2404. I'll be doing a video in more detail on this one at a later date as part of the sewing machines from the 1912s through to modern day series. If we take a look at the way that the pedal's set up for this one, it's quite a wide pedal. It's actually got Singer across the top. It's got two cords. There's obviously the cord that comes off the pedal, and so that you can actually make the machine go, there's the cord that you can put into the mains. Now if you notice closely at the back of the machine where the pedal connects, the wires are actually linked inside the machine, so the pedal on this one isn't detachable, which is a pretty good feature really, because it means that A, you can't lose the pedal, and it also means that unless somebody's going to go in to the machine and disconnect the wires or maybe even snip them off, if you're looking to buy a Singer Merit, it's usually going to have the pedal with it. You know, the seller isn't going to be able to take the pedal and sell it separately. Right, we've moved the Singer Merit out of the way for a moment and we're going to move on to the Brother now. This is the Brother LS2125. Its foot pedal is a little smaller. It's made by Electronic, and if I can get to the right end of the plug, it's got an adapter on the end that looks something like that. And from that you've got the two cables. You've got the one that goes to the pedal, and you've got the one that goes to the bit that ends up in the socket on the wall. If we turn the machine around a little bit and move it back into focus, there you go. The way this fits onto the machine, you'll notice that in this little gizmo there's some little holes. Now what these do is they match up with the little holes on the back of the machine. So it's just a case of plugging it in like that, and then when you've got obviously the business end into the wall socket or outlet, you've got power to the machine. There you go. Moving on to the Singer Simple, just bring back into focus a little bit. The foot pedals for these two machines are quite similar. This one's the one for the Brother and this one's the one for the Singer. Again, it's got electronic across the top and it's got the same plug setup where you've got the wire for the plug, another one for the mains power, all connected through this here. But what you'll notice, I'll just plug that one out of the Brother for a moment, there's a bit of a size difference. This one's the one from the Brother and this is the Singer. Not only that, but if you take a closer look at the actual connections themselves, you'll also see that there's a little bit of a difference there as well. This one has a moulding going all the way around it, whereas that one has got the rounded edges. I'll show you how to put that into the Singer. Just turn it around so you can see the back, or the side in this case. I'll just reposition this as well, just a second. There you go. Right, now you'll notice, whereas on this one the connecting on the machine was vertical, on the Singer Simple it's horizontal, it goes that way. So what you do is, matching the round bits on the top of the connection on the machine, you just plug in like so. And again, once you put the business end into the outlet in the wall, or plug socket as they call it where I come from, and turn it on, you've got power to the machine. Now, not all sewing machines come with an integral foot pedal and power cord. If we look at Jerome here, he's a Jerome QC6260. He comes with a foot pedal, which is a standalone foot pedal, and a separate power cord. Now, you'll notice from this particular power cord that it's got a UK plug on the end. I'll just show you the difference, and that's a US plug. There you go. Now, the way these fit into the machine, if we turn Jerome around for a second, okay, he's got power switch, obviously. He's got a little place to put the power cord and a little place to put the foot pedal. So the foot pedal connects like that, and the power lead, obviously you have to unwrap it. You should always make sure when you're using an electric item to unravel your cord all the way, because that stops the electric build-up and keeps it from overheating, and that just plugs in like that. Now, because this is a UK power plug and I've got a US plug socket over there, to show you this machine working, I'm going to have to plug it into something that's called a step-up, step-down converter. I've got a video coming up at a later date to show you how step-up, step-down converters work. So subscribe to my channel so that you get the notification when that one's up and running for you to have a look at. Now, one of the features that I like most about this Jerome, well, most Jeromes have got this feature to be honest, is this little gadget here. This is a speed controller, and it's got 1 arrow, 2 arrows and 3 arrows, and depending where you've got this slide along controller, that determines the speed that the machine goes to. Now, if you've got it set on the 1 arrow, the very slowest speed, then it doesn't really matter how far down you push the foot pedal on this one, it will not go any faster than that. Now, if you want to go faster, what you have to do is move the sliding control across to the faster speed. Like that. And if you want to go slower, you either ease up on the foot pedal, like so, or you go down on the speed controller on the actual machine. Now, just so you're aware, for the purposes of this demonstration, none of these machines are actually threaded up with thread, and I've taken the bobbins out as well, just so that there isn't a build-up of unused thread in the bobbin area. I've got a video as part of this series coming up on how to thread these machines and how to thread bobbins, so yeah, watch out for that one. If you click the little bell, YouTube will give you a notification when I've uploaded that one. What we're going to look at now is we're going to look at the Singer Simple. This one and the Brother, they don't have the handy little sliding speed control that the Jerome has got. They are controlled solely by the foot pedal, and I'm going to show you how. Okay, with the Singer Simple, the control for the sewing machine is through the pedal. So what you do is you just gently push down on the pedal. If you get that strange buzzing noise, it means you're not giving it enough juice, so just push a little more. And then if you want to go faster, you just apply more pressure. And when you want to slow down, you just ease up. And if you want to stop, just take your foot off the pedal. Both the Brother and Singer Merit will work in exactly the same way as the Singer Simple. If you want to go faster, put your foot down harder on that foot pedal. If you want to go slower, ease up on the pressure. Now, the best way to get to grips with controlling your sewing machine with your foot pedal is obviously to practice with it. Now, the way you can do that is you can do what I've just done and just play with moving your foot up and down on the pedal and getting to know the feel of the different biting points within that pedal to get the different speeds that you're looking for. Now, you can play with it when the machines are threaded up, but I'd highly recommend that you make sure that you've got some fabric going underneath your presser foot if you're going to have any thread in the bobbin area or any thread on the top of the machine. Mainly because if you run the machine with the thread in it and there's no fabric, you're going to end up with knotty noodles in your bobbin area, and that's never a good thing. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'll put links to previous videos and any products used in this one in the description box below. This video isn't sponsored, but I am an Amazon affiliate, so we'll get a referral fee on any qualified sales made through any of the Amazon links that I share. I'm a full-time blogger and a YouTuber, so sales of merchandise and affiliate links help support me in this channel. It doesn't cost you any extra other than the price that the item would cost you anyway. Take this hoodie for instance. It's part of the Simply Stitchy range of clothing available at the link below. If you're Simply Stitchy too, why not check out the link and show off your love of sewing with a hoodie or even a t-shirt of your own. Let me know what projects you're working on and what equipment you use in the comments. I'd love to hear about your sewing adventures too. And if you've got any questions, just ask me down below. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If all things sewing is one of your passions, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Why not check out my other videos? Use these links here. This one's one that YouTube thinks you might like, and this is one that I think you might like. I hope to see you back here for the next video. Meanwhile, wherever you're sewing, whatever you're sewing with, embrace your creativity and have fun. Thanks ever so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.